Beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane, and exciting thing about today is that I let my Sagittarius sun to pick the decks for the week. So we have the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot. Absolutely. Why not? Look at all this shiny, right? They're attracted by shiny and brilliant, and he wanted the Spellcaster Tarot. He loved this deck, so he went through all my Oracle decks and he wanted this one. So we're going to be using this one for all 6 days. So courtesy of Jesse, my son. So this should be fun. We're going to use his help to get to see what we're going to be looking at. Okay, so in this week it says, you took a moment, rediscovered your truth, grabbed the spark, and got back into the flow. So I think that in the last weeks in November, we really have been like going ebb and flow. And this week, the spark will be added, and watch out, Pisces. We're really going to be taking off. What a wonderful way of thinking. All right, so I'm going to pull 3 cards to see what our adventure is going to look like this week. Okay, so you have the 4 of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. So, the 4 of Pentacles, I really am thinking, is that at your center, we've been putting harmony between the mind and the heart. And if you look at these, usually that's not what I mean. It's usually not what I think of the 4 of Pentacles when it comes out. For me, it could also be a card of having too much control or trying to hold on to too much control. But in this case, I don't feel like it. I feel that your feet are firmly planted to the ground, and that you put harmony between the head and the heart center. Okay, so 4, I've said, is always a great stabilizer in any way, shape, or form. It's the way that you take it, okay? You've had a lot of time to think about it. You have been thinking about it. You have been shining the light on the situation. You've been putting a huge flashlight on the situation. I think the time of adapting is over. The 8 is still going, infinitely moving, infinitely going, constantly, okay? But I don't feel that you're at the point where you're feeling like, oh, I've got to, adapt things, and it's like a hold-up. You're trying to figure out how to juggle things to go forward. I think that time is going away. I think that you are starting to feel like you can go now, okay? Not so much adapting, you've adapted. It's time for you to move forward, okay? You've made a choice, and it is in a way saying that you've made the choice of where you're going to next, or what you're going to be moving on to at this time. So good stuff, good thing, right? Yeah, I love it. It's good. It's all good. So let's see what the cards have to say. We're going to pull the tarot cards first, and then the oracle with it. Now, if you're new here, what I do is I pull 6 cards for 6 days. I go from Monday to Saturday, and I do 2 readings every day. Now, you can watch just one and still get all that you need in that one. But if you want to watch 2, you have 2 videos that are linked together by the cards that are being pulled. Okay? And they're usually very harmonious with one another, and they all hold some very important messages. Okay, so Monday. Monday is a day of work. This is a day where they're telling you, okay, this week this is what you're going to be working into or at. Yeah, okay. So, obviously very important. They want you to keep working on the fact that your heart and your head are together. And in this case, I love this case because look at this card is slightly different. His head is kind of tilted. Okay, and he's kind of leaned down, and it's almost like he's looking down within his heart. So I feel that you have really concentrated a lot more on the heart of you than anything else, which is the important, okay? The heart is the middle between the mind and, you know, above and below is your center. And your center is what you really want to be concentrating on. And they're going to help you with that. And if you have your center working with you as this fire energy comes in on the Wednesday, and then, you know, like if you haven't seen this morning's reading, go ahead. It concentrates on the new moon that's coming in Sagittarius, telling you how to, you know, optimize it with Jupiter on the Thursday, which is Thanksgiving. Go ahead and watch that. So this is really pertaining to that as well, okay? Look at that. Empowerment. Absolutely. Okay? Nice. So, your heart is going to empower your journey. Absolutely. You don't want to be taking away from your power. You want to really sit firmly in your power. Yeah. This is calling in some age-old... I'm getting that hit, that intuitive hit, and there's nothing here to indicate this, but I'm getting that an age-old type of, it's almost like a passed on energy. You know, it would be like from ancestor to child. I feel like an ancestor talking to a grandchild and giving them the wisdom that they need to carry forward. I feel that this is what's coming in with you right now. Tapping into your heart center, while you are, you know, still utilizing the brain and still, you know, really grounded, because we've been talking about nature. We've been talking how the planet is elevating and helping you right now. All of this playing a part in this is really tapping into your power, and I feel that like things are coming together like a wise old ancestor who's coming in and giving you the information you need to move forward, like the final missing piece, you know, like that age-old wisdom that finally brings everything together. So, nice. You're really feeling empowered. You're really moving into that. And we're going to be looking through this book through the week to see how this is going to help you. Okay? That's about people not taking your strength and not letting anybody take away your power. Okay? Not to let your light fade, to trust, to trust in yourself, to believe that everything is fine, and look at it for what it really is, not the fears that you are bringing in. So there's a lot of, this is a lot about purging fears. It's about gaining your power. Okay, so we're gonna look at this. This is you standing up and being counted. Okay, to have your opinion and believe in it. Okay, not letting anybody control you, and to seize the day. It really is about that. All right, so we're gonna take the second card, which is spiritual guidance. So this is like spirit coming in, going, "Hey, try this, try that, do this, do that. Let's see if that works, if that helps." Okay. Okay, so you have the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is, in essence, having your power taken away from you, or letting people take the power away from you by giving it away. I feel that this is giving it away. It's letting the mind control you into thinking that you are alone, that you are lacking, that you are having a hard time with something. And, you know, you're not. A lot of the time we worry ourselves into a corner, and we alienate ourselves. And I feel that they're saying if you can just believe that you are not alone, okay, and see things for what they really are instead of the fears that you have, as I keep saying, that everything will be fine. You always have sanctuary or a solution or somebody with you. Okay? So it's really shining a light on that. Again, we're shining lights on the negative so that it empowers us to move forward. So that the fears dissipate. It's like shining underneath the bed to see there is no boogeyman there. While the light's not there, you can believe all kinds of things because it's dark and you don't know, you can't see. So shine a light, make sure that you're seeing, okay? Okay. Okay, so the family card that came in is making me believe that it's, they're saying reach out to the people who love you. Reach out to the spirit guides that care for you. Reach out to the energies that make you feel whole. Okay? They're telling me family is a definition of people who surround you. But family is also talking about a group and not being alone. It's the opposite of alone. Okay? So that's what they're saying. Family is like a group of people. You're surrounded. You're not alone. You don't feel alone. And that's absolutely what they don't want you to feel right now. Because it is an all-out lie, regardless if you're sitting alone in a room right now. And I've said this before. We come here as energy. A lot of people saying, I'm born alone, I'll die alone. No, your awareness, your consciousness, the essence of who you are is never alone. Okay? The body is a vessel, and that vessel can stand alone in a room, but the essence of who you are is never alone. You have guides, you have ancestors, you have people who have come before you, you have people who live not near you. We are all connected. Every single entity is connected to one another. We're all connected to the big ball of source. See it like that in your mind with filaments coming down and connecting all of us together. We are never ever alone. Okay, but in this case right here, they want you to feel that group connection, regardless if it's people who are physical shells, people who are not in physical shells. They want you to tap into that energy instead of this one. If you can do that, you have a lot already accomplished in how you're going to go forward, okay? Okay. Okay, so day 3, which is a day of block. Let's take a look here. Ooh. Okay. The end of a stressful situation is the end of something for sure. There's definitely a setting of that's it. And what I'm getting, because it's saying block, sometimes it's hard to say goodbye to the things we know, even if they don't feel good. It's very scary to let the day set on things that we have known and been comfortable with every single day. That's what I'm getting from this. That's the block. It's not that it's ending. It's that some little part of you may feel comfortable with the fact that it's what they said, the devil you know, right? Sometimes the devil you know is better than one that you don't, but most times it's not. Especially if that devil is just, I don't know, taking you through it over and over again. And it will take you through it over and over again until you fix it. Until you make it harmonize with you in a way of letting it go and replacing it with something that, yeah, freedom. It's this sense of freedom that's coming in that's scaring you, okay? They're showing me a baby I remember when my babies were born, they'd give us blankets and teach us how to wrap them, bundle them up like little burritos. And I used to think, well, that's very restrictive, you know. And they said, actually, it's very comforting to the baby because they're inside of your womb and they don't have much room. And they have the embrace of your womb, and that recreates it, because you'll see babies with their arms free, and it's like they've got all this space, and you see them doing this with their arms because it's like being thrown up in space all of a sudden. Okay, to them they went from a very comforting, warm place to a very airy, spacious place, and it can be very scary to them. So for a while, you cradle them and swaddle, is what they call, swaddle them in these blankets to keep them feeling safe, okay? So I feel this is it. That's what they're showing me. This is your block. To suddenly have all this space, this new place that you're going, as this freedom is, and I love this. Look at this card. Look at this card. She's in a cage. Okay, so the cage that you know, because you can still see around you, feels very comfortable, but it's still a cage. Okay, it's still a cage. So trust your heart center. Okay, know that you are not alone. Empower yourself. Work from the center place that you come from and let yourself break free. Okay, so we're going to be working on that for your block. I'm going to push these up, and then I'm going to go through the next 3 days. Okay, Pisces? So, the past, how is that affecting you? Very interesting cards. Nice. The Ace of Cups. I'm going to pull the other one. Okay, so it's funny, the Ace of Cups is not revealing all that much to me right now, which is the strangest thing, because when I usually do this, the first thing I think is I go, oh God, I've lost it. But I've learned to realize that when the cards come out, especially because we're going to be reading them this week, and they don't give me very much, it's because there's something in these lessons here and these readings that is going to unlock something here. And that's what I feel. Your life purpose has been leading you up to this, Pisces, okay? The Ace of Cups is all about this. I'm going to give you the basic of the card, because I don't know if it'll be what it means in the reading, because what cards together with others can mean very different things than their basic feel, okay? But these are for your past, fresh starts, for your spiritual growth, is bringing you life purpose. But we're talking about how the past here, we know that this fresh start is in line with your life purpose. But is it because you have been preparing since then? What is this card? What meaning does it have from your past that it's brought you here? And that's what we're going to be looking at this week when we do end up on that day, of how the past has affected, how this Ace of Cups comes from your past and is affecting the way you handle things right now. Okay? I have a feeling that maybe, I'm hearing all kinds of things. I'm hearing that you've had chances for beginnings that were not taken. You've seen others have kind of that replenishing opportunity that comes in and thought, why not me? I'm hearing all of these things, almost like in the background of my knowing. It's weird, how do I have to explain it? But it's like rambling thoughts that have occurred through time about these Ace of Cups. And now you're coming into where you're going to embrace it. out of this adapting or always thinking of things and into the movement of it. Okay, so we're going to look at it when it comes in. Next up is pure magic. Yeah, and I'm choking, so yeah, there you go, Pisces. Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, major choke. I choked like completely. So this is about choking. This is about choking in the past. When these opportunities are coming in, and here we go, no reason for me to choke. There's absolutely nothing here. Okay? I don't know. So we're going to look at this, but they wanted me to write choking, or say choking. This is definitely choking. Oh my God. I'm glad I stopped the video. I was like really choking. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not going to start again. Okay. Magic, you have the Ten of Pentacles, and what else came out? What else is going to come out with it? Wow, grieving. Okay. Another very interesting card, and this time I'm going to have to look at. I mean, you have the Ten of Pentacles, which is having like all of the beautiful blessings and abundance. Okay. And what I'm getting is that maybe at this point, Pisces, I think this has to do with this here. Okay, I feel that maybe you're grieving past losses or past, you know, things that have come in, these things that came in that maybe you didn't grab on a hold on to because either you were trying to control the situation or afraid what was going to come. But look at this big butterfly coming in. It's setting you free, okay? This is all setting you free. It's the end of this, and it's the beginning of this. And you've got to trust in the magic of how your life has unfolded. You were where you were for a reason. There were things you needed to learn. If you had to redo it a couple of times, you have to focus on the now. You can't focus. You can't just spend all those times regretting the stuff that you were learning or trying to figure out. Okay, so we're going to look at this more when it comes in, but you definitely have a sense of grieving. I feel that with the Five of Pentacles, the Ten of, there's a sense of you going, why didn't I get this before now? Okay, why did I choke on these opportunities? I could have been doing my life purpose a lot before now. And I feel it's not, it's just, don't take the time to do that too often. See, the spiritual message is the Three of Swords in a reverse. You know, I feel you're going to be freeing yourself from all of this stuff. I think some of this is the mental stuff that you have been, I don't know, maybe dealing with through the weeks. The grieving of missed opportunities. I feel that is what's coming through right now. Like this week is going to be about moving forward and getting past all of this. Okay? The grieving that you're going to do, yeah. It's going to bring in more fertility now. It's going to be, it's time to move forward. It's time to use this spark and move forward. Get away from this rehash of missed opportunities and heartbreak. Goes from the Three of Swords to fertility, which is the Empress. The Three of Creation. Okay? I'm going to help you look at things the way you should be. Everything that you choked on, everything that you rehashed, all the experience and wisdom that you gained from the no starts, the no goes, the going a different route, that you feel if you had only had the empowerment and the courage that you should have been doing. You should have gone down this way before. You would have lacked a lot of the experience and wisdom that you gained by going down those wrong roads. Okay? It's never a good idea to spend too much time thinking, what if? And it's much better to think, I've got it now. I've balanced things out, and I'm going to move forward from here on out. I'm going to fertilize the soil so that I get the very best crop. I've got it, and I'm going to hold on to it. Okay, Pisces? So that's it. That's going to be your readings for the week. I hope that I can see it. It promises to be very interesting. And it's going to deal with the what-ifs. We all had those. We all have those. What if I would have gotten this years ago? Where would I be now? Right? So, we're going to be doing that. I hope I can see you then. I'm sending you love, light, and blessings. It's sure to be quite interesting. We're going to grab that spark, and we're going to make things happen. Take care, Pisces.